Here's the thing. I'm seeing the exact same through your face, through your body language, through how you're answering my questions, the exact same thing that probation put in this report. No one got you here but yourself. Recall Dwayne Walker, 21-38238. Has everyone had an opportunity at this point to go over the pre-sentence report?
Yes, we have none.
Are there any additions or corrections?
Not from the defense room.
So, Mr. Walker, I have several concerns about your pre-sentence report. The first of which is that this is your 6th DWI, 3rd felony DWI, and the last one was only 5 years ago, the most. When did you get off of that supervised probation in St. Charles Parish?
Parole.
Mm-hmm.
It was October.
So you were on parole when you got this case in 2021. And then it goes on to say that you did a substance abuse assessment that showed you had a severe alcohol use disorder and that you were very evasive during that. That you have displayed a poor attitude, that you appeared to be annoyed by the whole process of this pre-sentence investigation, advise that you don't have an issue and that you don't need treatment.
So that just spoke my mind. They asked me the questions, I told them just how I felt.
Right.
About everything, but that doesn't seem like the way I was treated when I said it.
Okay.
Anything like that.
Where do you live now?
Mississippi.
So obviously there's a 10-day period. Have y'all discussed that? 10 days y'all sanctioned?
We have none.
And is he ready to go do that?
Naturally, we're aware that the court can start that today. Of
Mhm.
course, I wonder if court would allow us just a small window here to figure out when we could start that in a way that would.
Are you working?
Yes, ma'am.
Where do you work?
Mississippi.
What's your schedule?
6 to 4:30.
Monday through Friday?
Yes. Sometimes Saturday.
Okay, so here's the thing. You have two options. You're going to do the whole 10 days at one time, and I would consider a very, very brief time for you to turn yourself to do that. The other option is to do that 10 days on weekends, but that means you won't be able to work Saturday. You're going to be driving in every single Friday for however many weekends in a row. You'll have to be here Friday at 6 o'clock. You'll be released Sunday, and you'll do that for 5 weekends, I guess, to get your 10 days. It's not going to be skipping around and you picking your weekends or anything like that. It's 10 days. It's got to be done. And so I need to know, I guess, either talk to Mr. Kelly real quick or let me know what you want to do. Do you want to do the 10 days all at one time, or do you want...
Can we step back from the...
I mean, this isn't a surprise, right?
No, we've discussed this.
Okay. So, I mean, I'm not going to make you go today, but you have to get it done. You're lucky you're getting what you're getting. Okay. I don't want you to lose your job. That's not what anybody wants, but I have to make this where it's reasonable and it's not some crazy schedule where you're doing a day here and a day there. It has to be something where it gets taken care of.
I'd also like to say something here, Judge.
Yes.
This was an agreement for 10 years probation with $1,000 fine, and then it was open as far as what treatment would be necessary. The state was recommending safety in this case. Based on his attitude to probation about not wanting treatment, and I feel like if he doesn't want it, then we're not going to spend the money to put him through it. But I need Mr. Walker to understand that if he violates, that is not going to be an option from us. He may get it from you, but I'm going to push hard for revocation because he had the opportunity for treatment up front.
Okay. And I didn't see that anywhere, but if that was what your agreement was, Mr. Kelly,
It was on the 3 papers.
it was.
And I was going to address it if the court brought it up. What I wanted to point
It didn't make it on the front page. It didn't make it anywhere actually in the pre-sentence report. So, okay.
To that point, for what it's worth, for the record, the second page of this pre-sentence report is glaring, and we know that, and we've had that conversation a bunch of times before we ever got to the point where we were going to enter into a plea. The second half of that conversation is also the fact that there isn't another opportunity after this. There just isn't. What I would like to address as far as what's on the bottom of page 3 is even with that potential option exercised by the court, Ms. Caesar, I don't put words in her mouth, I'm saying how I'm reading this, she recommends that Dwayne do the scram. And I think that is a good option in this situation.
I mean, it would be the scram in addition to the interlock. I mean, he's going to have an interlock.
Yes.
Okay. So, okay. Let's go back. I understand that then, and I appreciate that point as well. Let's go back to the 10 days. You want to talk for a second?
Just for a second.
Okay. Y'all go have a seat. Don't leave the courtroom. All right. Back on the record, Mr. Walker, Mr. Kelly, Mr. Smith.
Honor, I think in an effort to at least try to salvage an employment situation, we'd like to do this on the weekends if we can.
Okay.
Starting Friday.
Okay.
This Friday.
All right. Okay, so Mr. Walker, I'm going to find that you previously entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. I'm going to find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time find you guilty of driving while intoxicated, third or more. Sentence you in accordance with your agreement to a term of 10 years in prison, but probate that. You'll be on probation for 10 years. You're ordered to pay a $1,000 fine to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. You are ordered to serve the 10 days mandatory upfront. That will start this weekend, Friday at 6 p.m. on the 22nd. You need to be at the Jefferson County Correctional Facility by 6 p.m. And then you will be every Friday for 5 weekends. You'll be there at 6 p.m. Do not be late. Obviously can't skip a weekend, and definitely don't show up intoxicated. Some people think if they're going to show up intoxicated and then they'll sleep it off for a couple of days. Bad idea. Obviously, if any of those things happen with regard to you doing those 10 days, it's a violation of your probation and you'll immediately be back in here. So nobody wants that. I am going to order that you follow any and all conditions after a full substance abuse assessment that probation thinks is necessary. Whatever outpatient treatment at this time, you will be required to do that they require, whether you think you need it or not. Okay. And that will be in Mississippi. And so whatever programs there are that you'll be required to do, whether it's just AANA or if it's some type of other outpatient program, you are required as a condition of your probation to do whatever it is that they order or say for you to do, because I'm going to order that. You'll be ordered to, have the scram device for at least some amount of time. Now, I know it's been a long time since this offense, so the case has been pending some time. You've been doing well, but I just need to make sure that everyone is safe, that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, and then we'll go from there. If for some reason there's an issue with regard to that, just talk to Mr. Kelly. He'll get with me, and then we'll work something out. But for now, at the beginning, at least of the probation, it's going to be a little more strict. Things will ease up if you're doing fine, and then we won't have any issues. Does that make sense? You don't like this, do you?
Not at all.
Not at all. Well, guess what? You want to go do your 10 days today?
It doesn't matter.
I mean, but you are, Mr. Walker. I'm seeing the exact, here's the thing. I'm seeing the exact same through your face, through your body language, through how you're answering my questions, the exact same thing that probation put in this report. You are put off by the fact that you're in trouble. No one got you here but yourself. No one got you 6 DWIs but yourself. So being frustrated with me or probation or your attorney or the state's attorney or anyone else does you no good, because all it does is frustrate me and make me going to remember, if you violate your probation, I'm not going to forget today. And then I'm going to be frustrated that I gave you this opportunity, is what's going to happen.
I don't want to lose my job, that's all.
I don't want you to lose your job either, but you shouldn't have driven drunk for the 6th time. Nobody wants you to lose your job. We don't want to make things harder on you, but you have to have the same consequences as everyone else. It's mandatory. It's just mandatory. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You got to do 10 days. You're lucky I'm giving you an opportunity to not go to jail today. So, I mean, and the more frustrated I get, the more likely that's going to happen. So, if you do everything you're supposed to while you're on this probation, for all practical purposes, the case here in court's over. You'll serve that 10-year term while you are out on probation. If, however, you violate any condition of your probation, you will be back here in court and you will be facing that 10-year sentence that you've already agreed to. Do you understand?
Yes.
I'm handing you the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement that I followed, so you have waived your right to appeal. You're also being handed a written admonishment regarding your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. Because of the judgment entered against you, you're ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Possession of a firearm or ammunition could lead to charges against you. Firearm is a legal term, and you should read the written admonishment I provide you to see what devices qualify as a firearm. If you have questions about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, or about how long that lasts, you can talk to Mr. Kelly. My advice to you from this point forward with all of your probation, wherever it is, whether it's reporting by mail here or phone or whatever you have to do, and in person in Mississippi, that you have a very different attitude than what you've shown. Because if I get notes that you have not been courteous or that you're having that same attitude that we're seeing, that's a reason. It's part of your probation to be professional and courteous to your probation officer at all times. So an attitude towards them could land you in prison. That's simple. All right. All right. Have a seat in the courtroom. Probation will call you up when she's ready to go over your